Hi, so I'm Pearse Coyle from Deep Tech Seed Fund, and since we launched the Deep Tech Seed Fund Scorecard last November, or publicly launched it, let's say, we have had quite a high level of engagement, and from some of that engagement we got some really constructive feedback that has allowed us to change it in certain ways. So we've recently released a significant new version, which I'm just going to take you through the key changes that are in that version now. So what you're familiar with is this idea of, it's about evidence of traction. Nothing has changed there. We've sort of presented it slightly differently. We're working quite closely with the Innovate UK ICURe program, so they've got some branding on this as well. The big thing we've done, based on feedback we got, is that our simplistic, the way we had described the stage now, the next stage and stage after that, isn't flexible enough. In different sectors, there's a slightly different, like what represents the stage you're at now, what's the next stage likely to be? It varies. For example, if you're in something with a long regulatory process, the next couple of stages might still be really early, even though they are distinct. Also, the levels of commitment that you can ask for would very much depend on the sector you're at. So we've added a bunch of content we've created a new version of the early adopter proposal, a link to which you can see here, but we've also provided guidance in the spreadsheet itself that allows people to understand, what does now represent. So now being like the point, the stage you're at, you have the technology at now. Next meaning, like what is it that people have told you they need to see before they will be willing to make a commitment? Like what is that next stage? And then what's the stage after that? And then similarly, in relation to what the commitment is, we've provided a bunch of text that allows people to, put in language there appropriate to the kinds of levels of commitment that are appropriate for them to ask for in their sector. And we've also updated, as I mentioned, the early adopter proposal template that many of you have seen in conjunction with that. So to really sort of not quite lead people by the nose, but to be very instructive as to how people who've never done it before can actually go out and ask for a commitment. The other thing we've done the other sort of significant change is that We've taken ourselves out of the debate in relation to exactly what should be in a cap table, but the main thing we were highlighting is, have you actually agreed a cap table? Because that's the main thing. Is it actually agreed or not? Now, we do still provide the structure, and in particular, we draw people's attention to the idea of what percentage equity are you asking for and what your percentage time commitment to the venture is. So it's very helpful to put those two down in writing so that like a tenured academic, for example, who's asking for a very, very big share has to kind of look and say, well, yeah, actually that isn't reasonable since I'm only committing 5% of my time and it's only for the next 12 months. So it helps that sort of negotiation. So they're really the main changes, nothing substantial. And we're really keen to work with the various programs around the world that have taken on the scorecard. We're really committed to making sure that it's a success for them this year. And sorry, last thing, we've also in the UK started an investor group that's going to provide feedback on this, so that this is what is presented in the scorecard is representative of a broader investor group, and we're interested in contributions to this from other science or deep tech based investors who are interested in investing at the very early stage. The whole central idea around the scorecard and the uniqueness of it is we are providing, like with this sort of very first slide, we are providing a means to have quantitative measurement of pre-revenue, pre-investment ventures by dint of this kind of presentation of the levels of commitment. So that's it. So good luck with your use in the scorecard, and you can find me, Pearse Coyle, Deep Tech Seed Fund, here on LinkedIn or elsewhere.